Good afternoon, Dr. Sokol. I'm sorry I had to pull you away from class.
Oh, it's fine, no problem.
Don't bother sitting down, Doctor. These questions shouldn't take very long. Are you sure this isn't a bad time?
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, then I'll get right down to the point. What do you know about a man named Colin Weber?
Colin Weber? He's a friend.
A close friend?
Somewhat.
Do you see him often?
Occasionally.
Recently?
I think the last time was a week or two ago.
Did he seem uneasy about anything?
No? Should he have been?
Are you familiar with the party I represent?
I don't really follow politics.
Well, the SOE certainly follows you. Your work, that is. You say you don't follow politics. I find that hard to believe with a friend like Weber.
What exactly should Weber be concerned about?
May I ask how you and Weber met?
School.
School.
School?
School is in college or
University?
university?
Yes, in fact, this university.
And during that time, were you
How are any of these questions relevant?
relevant?
I have no idea what you're getting at. Is there some kind of point coming?
A point?
Yes.
Do you think there should be a point?
Well, yes!
Well, then there probably will be. Now, please let me continue. Were you ever involved in Colin Weber's group, the ALF?
Look, I told you I don't get into politics. I knew about his group, but I wasn't involved. I might have gone to a couple of meetings, but that was always his doing.
You were never involved with the ALF?
No.
Doctor, I told you there's no reason to sit down. Really.
Mr. Hurst, why should Colin Weber be concerned? What does he have to be concerned about?
Excuse me. Sorry about that, Doctor. A minor issue that hopefully won't be a problem again.
I have no idea what this is about. I don't know what's wrong with Colin, but you're obviously not going to tell me anything.
Doctor, why don't you have a seat? Would that make you happy if you could sit down?
No. I need to get back to my students. They're waiting for me. I don't know why you're asking me anything in the first place. Your problem seems to be with Colin. You need to ask him about it.
We can't talk to Weber.
You can't talk to Weber.
Yes.
Why can't you talk to Weber?
No one can.
No one can talk to Weber. Why?
Well, we were hoping you could tell us.
We.
After all, you were the last person he spoke to.
I'm sorry, what?
You last saw Weber on Thursday, September 12th at the Café Risi in the Westlake Hotel. In lieu of your usual chicken parmesan, you had a salad. You've got to stick to that diet, don't you? You had tea, but specifically asked for no ice. It agitates your fillings, correct? Weber had a rigatoni and a glass of ice. Even though you offered to pay, he picked up the check, didn't he?
What do you want? What do you really want? Why are you asking me all these questions?
Tell me about the weapon.
The weapon?
The weapon Weber commissioned.
I don't make weapons.
Neither did Pulitzer. But I don't recall saying you were the one commissioned.
Look, I'll say it again. I don't make weapons. And even if I did, what makes you think Weber would use it?
Come on, Doctor. You know what kind of man Weber is. He makes a mockery of Erebus for a living.
Where does a weapon come into that?
Doctor, Weber wants nothing more than to see Erebus and all of his followers destroyed. You and I both know that. I'm shocked such a close friend could be ignorant of that.
Even if I believed that, I don't know why you're asking me about a weapon.
Didn't Weber? At the Cafe Risi, Weber asked several times about the potential of your project to, quote, take down the SOE.
To tell you the truth, I have been working on a project for a while now. However, only people like you and Weber would interpret it as a weapon. No matter what you heard, I assure you that my project is in no way a threat to you, as regrettable as that may be.
So you're going to keep insisting that there is no weapon?
It's the truth.
There's no scenario in which you admit that there's a weapon. There's no line of questioning in which you would admit that.
I'm going to say no.
Let me ask you one final question. There is no weapon?
Is that the question?
No, that is the lead up to the question. Now, if there is no weapon, as you say, then what did we find?
What do you mean, what did we find? Who's we?
This is what I mean by what did we find. You might have trouble recognizing them, but feel free to try to put the pieces back together.
You broke into my house.
Now, in regards to...
You broke into my house! What gives you the right?
Erebus.
I could have you arrested.
Now, are you prepared to answer my question? What did we find in there? What is this? What? What?
It's a battery.